Hi, Shell Point. I'm Michelle Tompkins, and I'm joined with Sarah Mitchell, Health and Wellness Coordinator with Lee Health, and she's back again, and this time we're talking about Brain Fit. Welcome back, Sarah.
Thank you, Michelle. It's great to be here.
Thank you
Brain Fit
so
is
much.
exciting. It's a 4-week class that we do, and it's consecutive. So week after week, we do the same kind of movements and different brain training games, but it's consecutive.
Okay, well, you were here back in March sharing a promotional class about Brain Fit. Now,
Yes.
this, you mentioned it's a series. It begins in April.
Begins in April.
And there's 4 different sessions. Now, do residents have to sign up for the whole package, or how does that work?
We encourage them to sign up for the whole package because it's continuous. So week 1, you're going to hear some things that you have to remember for week 2, and then week 3, and week 4 to create long-term memory.
So they kind of get homework, or they have to retain some information for the next class.
Yes, absolutely.
And what will they be learning? What can they expect, say, in the first session in April?
So the first session in April, we do a small test, and the test is 2 minutes long, and it's created actually for them not to be able to answer all the questions, because we share the answers afterwards and then give the test again after we've done some of the things that we're working on together for the 4 weeks. We give it on the 4th week so they can see the results of how they're creating different behaviors in their health and well-being through their brain.
So what I'm hearing is on that first day, they'll get an initial test, like a pre-test.
It's a pre-test.
Yeah.
And that test word just kind of puts people uneasy. So I like to make them at ease because it's a non-judgmental test. It's designed for them not to be able to answer all the questions so that they can retain some of the things that we learn throughout the 4 weeks.
Give us an example, if you will, not too much, but what will they be learning throughout the 4-week sessions?
We learn different movement patterns. I teach 2 different movement patterns because it's important that we're moving our bodies and using our brain at the same time for neuroplasticity. So they have to remember the movement pattern, and it's very short and very doable for anybody. So I like to say it like that because you can do it from a chair even. So it's easy to follow movements, but you will have to retain the movement for the first week, and then we add another one in on the 3rd week, and then we put them together on the 4th.
So memorization.
And then we also throw in some games too that could be either math games, geography games, spelling games, counting games, things like that.
Now, you mentioned the term neuroplasticity.
I did.
Tell us what that means.
It's actually your brain's ability to change and adapt, and at any age. So that's the good news, is that we can change and adapt at any age, but it also involves physical and mental exercises put together. So that's an important piece of this Brain Fit.
Of course, doing the same thing every day, repetition over and over again, that's not really working on your neuroplasticity, is it?
Right, and out of habit, we just tend to follow the same routine. So stepping out of your comfort zone and stepping out of your box, so to say, is very good, challenging in and of itself.
So during these 4 weeks, they're going to be learning, like you said, a series. They'll have to memorize some things. They'll be working their brain and their body. And at the last day, they'll take that post-test, I guess, if you will.
Absolutely.
And they'll be able to measure their...
We'll show them the results right there.
Okay.
Of how well they've done throughout the 4 weeks, and how they've made progress in certain areas, and what they have retained, and things that they need to work on to follow up with. So we all have things that we're continuously working on, so now they'll have the right tools to work on them.
Great. Now, you've done this program at many different communities.
Yes, I have.
Can you share with us, what the feedback was from those?
Just more awareness of things that we're not doing is the main thing that I hear over and over again, is awareness, and just now they know some tools that they can even do that on a daily basis. And it's just rewarding to them to know that they're headed in the right direction.
Well, they're going to love it, and I'm really excited to have you here for this series of classes. But you have extensive training on
I
this.
do have a training on this. Yes, I've gone to the Medical Fitness Association conference for 2 years, doing multiple workshops. But I've also continued research on this. So each game that we do has a reason behind it. The why is so important to know, because we want to know why we're doing these things. It's fun and interactive, but what are we really doing them for? So I try to also give the why on the games.
Good.
So the way the class works too is it's a 60-minute class. So it's 40 minutes of movement and 20 minutes of recap. So the movement, like I said, is very doable for everybody. I make it very diverse. Diverse movements, but they're also welcome to finish in a chair if 40 minutes is too much.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like they'll be learning a lot.
Yes.
It's not just a lecture style
It's
class.
not just a lecture. In fact, it is so interactive. It becomes
Good.
very fun. That's part of neuroplasticity too, is using our own mouths.
Just
So-
what we need. Well, good. Everyone out there watching, if you are interested in this 4-week series of Brain Fit, please sign up because space is limited. There is a $50 fee for the workshop where you'll be learning and being tested, and you'll be able to measure and see your results at the end of the 4 weeks. Please sign up at the concierge desk immediately if you're interested to reserve your spot. This begins on April 12th, and we'll also have a workshop on the 20th of April, April 27th, and then Sarah will round out the workshops on May 4th for the final class. So if you have any further questions, feel free to contact myself, Michelle Tompkins, and we'll wait and have to see Sarah in April. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you, Michelle.
Take care, everyone.